feel like the game's jittering a little bit. Not sure if that's the server or my computer. I have a feeling it's the server. Is there like a FPS monitor somewhere? Oh, it just shows the FPS right there. Yeah, that's not right. That's not what we want. Why is it so low? Frame rate none. I want 0 frame. What does that even mean? I guess this is more like your frame rate limit, I would imagine. Oh god. That just tanked my FPS. What the... Yeah, why is it giving me 27 when I set it to 72? Something ain't working right. Probably gonna screw up your guys' vision for a second. Oh god, that made the FPS even worse. What is this, a game for ants? Well, that didn't fix it, so. Why? Okay, that's really weird. I went back to borderless windowed, but for some reason now the resolution is bigger than it was before. Which makes no sense because I went back to what I had before. And the resolution got bigger. Let's just see if I do that. That made it go a bit higher, but no, we're still chugging for some reason. My FPS is not what it should be. I'm lagging. Maybe I'll try restarting the game. I just realized my thingy is in the way of seeing if I'm in a safe area or not. This isn't a safe area? I don't really want to restart because then I'm going to have to re-queue, and also I'm going to start back at the original area. I don't know. Might have to just look into it later. Please help. Sister Orson went out all on her own and hasn't come back. She always reads to me right here about Thal and the Order and the other side. I told her I lost my shiny thing and she went looking for it. But what if the monsters outside hurt her? Please find her. Chase is on the case. There's no reason why my computer shouldn't be able to sit at 144. So I feel like it's just something weird. I just had an issue the other day with this where a game was just running at half the FPS, and I updated my graphics card drivers and then it actually worked. You are the one from the church. Thank goodness you arrived when you did. It seems my gratitude is yours yet again. You spoke with a child? Yes, well, I was able to find his lost trinket. It is a ring given him by his mother before she passed. I will see it safely back to him. It's looking better now, so it probably still says 90, but looks better at least. Yeah, it might just be the game. Might just not always run it solid. I could try 72 and see if it sits at it at a solid, but My guess is it probably won't. The wet textures. It definitely increases my frames a little bit. That's kind of bad, though. If the game doesn't sit at a stable FPS like ever, they should fix that. Why, though? There's no reason why I shouldn't be able to sit at a stable 72. I guess it's just an MMO thing, though. Again, I know nothing of MMOs, so. Yeet. Sister Orson was attacked outside the Golden Bazaar? Gods forfend. I will secure a room at the inn for her should she require any rest. Searching for the mementos of orphans, and risking your own well-being in the doing, no less? Certainly not the dastardly deeds Sancred would have us believe. I didn't even see VSync as an option. Weirdly enough. So this has less defense. Pretty much worse, except it has materia slots, but I can't use materia yet. Sunk. Oh, it's only for full screen. Full screen was like worse for some reason. It looked worse. I'm still confused as to how I set it back to borderless, and I had to redo my OBS thing. Almost like it went up in resolution, even though I didn't set it higher. I'm well glad I reserved that inn room for Sister Orson. It seems she received greater injuries from her attackers than she initially let on. Thankfully, she is expected to make a full recovery. But now, on to the matter at hand. Tancred came looking for you once more. He left word that he will be waiting at the Amalja encampment to the southeast. I pray the two of you are able to uncover some evidence regarding these disappearances. I mean, it's probably just harder to optimize an MMO because of all the different things going on. That's probably why they just don't sit at a consistent frame rate like other games do. I mean, that makes sense. I'm just not used to it. And it was like kind of actually lagging a bit a minute ago, but it looks fine now. I think it was just the rain. Even though it's still raining, but... Ah, there you are, Petra. So good of you to come. Indeed, I've heard all about good Sister Orson. Isambard said her wounds were serious. It would seem my suspicions about the poor Rose were misplaced. But false though they were, perhaps my suspicions were not entirely without merit. Whilst following Sister Orsen near the Golden Bazaar, a band of Amalja caught my eye. I tracked them as far as this encampment, but, well, let us say that I would much prefer to keep my distance and remain here. This, of course, brings me to why I requested you, dear Petra. Would you be so kind as to take a look inside? Oh, so you waited for me just so I have to go in? Thanks. Hello there, guy. These guys are just watching me fight their friend. Any clues? Where is that? We're not even going to read it. We just know that's the evidence we need. We're just good like that. Thanks for the help, Dankred. Well, did anything tickle your fancy? This leaflet. See the wealth of Nald in the hands of your children. It looks to be some sort of assembly to provide the poor with work. The lettering, though, atrocious, is it not? And these bits about Naldthal seem somewhat less than studied. I find it hard to believe one among the order penned this. Pray take this to the inn at Camp Drybone. Let us see what Sister Orsen makes of it. Yeah, I don't usually care. Like, I don't really see much of a difference between 60 and higher, but what I do notice is when it's not stable. As I would imagine most people would. Some games, though, you do kind of see the difference. FPS games tend to see the difference more. You guys gonna do anything with that dead body? Wait, did she move? Oh, that's right, she's in the inn. She got... Yeah. Well, that's why I was kind of thinking, like, maybe I should just set it to 72 so it's stable. Because it's probably not, you're not really getting too much benefit from higher. My savior comes again. To what do I owe the honor this day? What is this? Blasphemous. These are not our teachings at all. This was not made by any true brother or sister of the order. Of that I can assure you. Come to think of it, weeks ago, the church was plagued by missing garments. Could someone be posing as a priest of the order to deceive the people? The plot thickens, Petra. Our culprit pretends to be a priest to lend credence to his deception. There is no doubt an irony in there somewhere, but I suspect we have a worthy adversary on our hands. I shall consider how best to handle this. For now, tell Isambard what we have learned here. Hey, can you back up a little bit? Posing as a priest? To think. These troubling notions aside, it is gratifying to finally be able to move this investigation forward. Thank you once again, Petra. I shall keep my ears and eyes open, now more than ever. I think these are the same. Just as good, but with materia slots. Well, actually worse, but with materia slots. Put them in the chest for now. Alright, let me go get a drink before I start the next part. I'm afraid I have not seen any unusual activity, nor have any at this camp given me cause to doubt them. But unless we can identify the culprit, and soon, more innocents will fall victim. Do not despair just yet, my friend. An idea occurs to me. Our suspect has been posing as a priest, using leaflets bearing false promises to lure the poor. Let Petra and me serve by posing as impoverished souls in need of succor. I dare to hope that this will yield us the answers we seek. It will be a dangerous undertaking, but you two are more than capable of looking after yourselves. I'm next to useless in a battle, but I can supply the garments for your disguise. These old tunics and slops should serve your needs, so long as you don't mind the smell and the stains. These will serve very well, you have my thanks. Listen, Petra, so as to lay the foundation of our little ploy, we must make it widely known that more vagrants have arrived at camp and are desperate for coin. To this end, I want you to don the old garments Isambard has lent us, and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us. I just go along with it. Alright. I'm down. Is it a full set? Or just this? Or none of the above? Weathered tunic and weathered slops. Confusion. Oh, right. Right. I have to go... Oh, I guess this only shows armory chests, so I have to do this first. am here for work. I preach the teachings of Azema, the warden. Hast thou come to partake of the honey of her wisdom? Azema is keeper of the sun and goddess of inquiry. All is laid bare beneath the light of her divine countenance. Open thy heart to this light, needy child, and thou shalt want for naught till the end of days. And you are? Huh, another refugee by the looks of you. The immortal flames have neither work nor coin for your like. Be gone and see to it that you don't make a nuisance of yourself. Gotta love how you're immediately treated differently just by changing your clothes. Yeah, I turned off that setting so I could go through my equipment a bit easier in the dungeons. What is it? Gods, not again. Look, being poor doesn't give you the right to pester whomever you like. Why don't you keep with your own kind out by that muddy pond of yours at Drybone? How about I punch you in the back of the head? This other person up here. I should have put on the sweater. I put on the sweater, everyone treats me like a king. King sweater. Looks like the other one's down here, maybe? 360. More dead people. Say they're right here. In here? Ah. Greetings, good madame. Is there aught I might assist you with? Oh, I don't believe there is. I'm afraid our wares are very expensive. Mayhap you should rejoin your fellows out at the pond north of Sandgate. Anyone got any ripe corpses? Trick shot. And I was about to get to the good part. Looking for work, you say? Sorry, but we don't have any openings. Now get out of here so I can finish my story. Thancred, where is your disguise? Did you just put me up to this? Did you just say we were gonna do it so that I would do it? You have quite a knack for being a nuisance, Petra. The camp is abuzz with talk of newly arrived vagrants. And though we were unable to attract our wayward transgressor, we were able to learn that the poor have a commune by the pond north of Sandgate to the east of here. The eyes of the authorities do not reach that place, rather ideal for spiriting away hapless souls. Let us go there and wait for the kindly priest to come and offer us aid and comfort. Needless to say, you'll need to remain in disguise. What about you? Man, Thancred has really done us dirty this entire quest. First, he just watches us go into the dungeon without him. Or the encampment without him. Then he comes up with this idea just so that we'll do it. I would do it, but you know, you need to test yourself. Oh my god, look at that. He actually put on the costume. A fine evening for catching false priests, wouldn't you say? I say that all the time. You look absolutely smashing, Petra. Positively dressed for deception. All that's left then is to wait for our quarry to appear. What's up, C-Mark? Oh, you poor unfortunate souls. This is no way for men to live. No way at all. Who are you? What do you want? Be at ease, child, for I mean you no harm. I'm a priest of the Order of Nald Thal, and I come to offer you succor. This leaflet bears the teachings of Nald. Trust to them, and they will surely set you free from the shackles of penury. I know who it is. A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of that atrocious performance, you would have made a god's awful mummer, Ungust. What? How did you know? You bastards tricked me. Please don't hurt me. I was only doing it to protect my people. Is that so? Do continue. Very well. I'm a man of the Golden Bazaar, raised there, if not born. Some moons ago, the Amalja raids began. They would appear sudden as a sandstorm and plunder and pillage at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them, few as they were. Everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew, and so I did the only thing a merchant could. I approached the Amalja in hopes of brokering a deal. In return for sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands, outrageous ones. Demands? Of what kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted to schedule for crystal shipments from the Nanawa mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. Next, they wanted me to bring them people, so I posed as a priest to lure in the vulnerable and give them over to the Amalja. I didn't have a choice. Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence? You could have sought the aid of the immortal flames, yet you did not. I suspect you are not telling me the full story. What made you sell out your own people? Speak! It was good. What did you say? The coin was good, I said. I could sell mole meat for a scorn of lifetimes and not even see a fraction of what the Amalja pay me. You sacrificed innocence so you could line your own pockets? Words fail to express the contempt I feel for you. Spare me your contempt. If you want to blame someone for the mess of the world's in, then blame yourselves or the gods. Am I about to just stab him in the back right now? Ah, not you again. Were you the one leaking the Immortal Flames patrol routes to the enemy as well? Spit it out. No, I know nothing of that, I swear it. I knew something fishy was going on. Yeah, my video card, or my video driver died. Alright. Well, at least it put us right back here. I wonder if it'll start this cutscene again. Nice. Well-made video game. Game crashes and it puts me right where I was. Well, the game didn't crash. My video card crashed. So, can't blame the game. I knew something was going on, though. I knew it. I could sense it. Petra, be a dear and take word of these developments to Minfilia, would you? I shall prize everything I can out of this filth. The abductees are still somewhere out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them. Man, that was like 2 sentences away from being done with the cutscene, too. So I think now we're going all the way back, right? Wait. Do I have... It's something. Something happened, because, yeah, this is the second time my graphics driver just randomly crashed. I also don't know why the game closed when the graphics driver crashed. I guess it's just what it does. Yeah, I suppose. Such is my luck, though. I've always had issues, no matter what I do. I'm used to it. I'll never escape it. How's it going, Mahomie? Hey, thanks. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. I like how I don't look at the door, but I look at the shiny ball in front of the door. Welcome back, Petra. I am pleased that you and Thancred have been getting along. I see you have done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. As Thancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken, and none but the Amalja know the answer. Suffice it to say, they will not willingly part with this information. I fear blood will be spilled before all is said and done. Just show me where to punch. Though we seek a peaceful solution to the primal problem, we must needs be ready to fight for our cause. It's hard to say. That you might take to the field suitably prepared, I would have you meet with a goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is Mutamix Bubblypots. That's the greatest name of all time. And he is a scholar of no small repute. Mutamix is renowned for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment to Eorzea. The knowledge of this method was once a closely guarded secret, but thanks to Mutamix and his students, it has now been disseminated to the great benefit of all the realm. It would serve you well to acquire an understanding of the process. For this purpose, I shall lend you a blade. Take it to Mutamix and bid him use it to demonstrate his craft to you. Mutamix is ever to be found at his camp in central Thanalan, a place known as the Bonfire. Look for a pillar of smoke and the way will become clear. Mucinex. Mucinex Bubbly Pot. Oh, I think we're gonna get materia. What in God's name? Can you stop? I can't. They're already gone. Yeah, I think it's definitely safe to say this is a really well-made MMO. I haven't heard anyone really complain about the performance of it. Definitely seems like they... And that's, like... I know that I said before that, like, Final Fantasy XI is really impressive, but, like, a lot of Square Enix's PC endeavors have been a travesty, and it's mostly because they don't care enough. Like, all their PC ports are rushed and done by third parties, and so, like, that's why they suck. But it is cool that when Square Enix does commit themselves to a PC project, they are able to make it work really well and perform really well, which makes it even more of a shame that a lot of the games that we would like to have good PC ports of, like the remake and all the Kingdom Hearts games and many other Square Enix projects, end up having terrible PC ports because they outsource them. Psh, who is Uplander come to tent ring of Mutamix bubbly pots? Fighty tool drinks an airy self. What? When full of airy self, Fighty fool changes to stony stone, name of materia. If materia join with other Fighty tool, then Big Eyes Fighty tool gains power of airy self. Psh, Mutamix is reckoning that Uplander is friend of Minfilia. Yeah. Yes, tongue flaps reach ears of Mutamix with fastness. Minfilia wants Uplander to see power of materia. Uplander brings Fighty tool to Mutamix, yes? I'm just like stunned. Sako! Fighty tool is unstrong as eating tool. Make good Teachy show a power of materia. Oh, look at that. My FPS is higher now. How much you want to bet? Actually, it went down a little bit after I said that. I honestly do think there's a good chance that Windows downloaded a bad driver while we were streaming. I have a pretty big suspicion that's what happened. Because we've been playing for 7 hours and never had an issue. Then we had the issue twice within the span of 30 minutes. So I feel like definitely Windows just downloaded a bad driver. PC Master Race. The Materia Master. Now, eyes of Uplander point at Fighty Tool, yes? Psh, materia join with Fighty Tool. This dude just making materia with his bare hands. Fighty Tool gains power materia. Fighty Tool reborn. Here, Uplander, take Fighty Tool to Minfilia. Materia, strictly speaking, is a kind of crystal. It is created by drawing out the etheric constituents, constituents from a piece of equipment and then crystallizing them. Not just any old equipment will serve, mind you. It must have sufficient spirit bond, that being a measure of how fully an item has been imbued with its owner's spirit. When ye attach a piece of materia to gear, ye imbue the host item with its power. That's how Master Mutamix turned that dagger of yours from a summit as would have struggled to cut steak into a weapon worth wielding. Psh, Uplander wishes to be joiner of materia? Then Uplander best fill brain case with knowings of crafty making. With knowings of crafty making, Uplander can become joiner of materia. If Uplander wants Braincase to rattle with knowings of materia, Uplander best trade tongue flaps with learny ones of Mutamix. actually see the weapon. No. Yeah, it's really dumb. That should not be a thing. Yo, thanks, Daniel. Appreciate that. I go to the wrong place. Oh. That'll be good. It might be smoother. It's definitely a higher FPS than before, which is funny. The heck? What is going on? Help! 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 My character's drunk! The heck was that? My character suddenly got drunk and like couldn't walk straight. I was just holding up that whole time. I thought maybe I was like locked onto something and it was like screwing up with my movement, but I wasn't. That was interesting. Well, I'm glad there's nothing wrong with my computer. It was just Windows installing a dumb driver. The only problem with my computer is that it has Windows. Welcome back, Petra. I trust your visit to the bonfire proved fruitful. Ah, what a remarkable difference a single piece of materia can make. Granted, the skills needed to manipulate the substance are not easily acquired, but one need only look upon the results to realize such efforts are worthwhile. As I am sure you are aware, the quality of one's equipment can be the difference between victory and defeat. Materia may well give you the edge you need, Petra, so make it your ally. Now, it is time we discuss the matter of your next mission. Pray speak with me when you are ready to begin. So wait. Wind blows. Can I go back there and get materia now? Is that like the only place you can get materia? Word has arrived from Thancred concerning our ongoing investigation. It appears he was able to extract some information from our friend Ungust, the false priest. He revealed that he is due to meet with the Amalja to discuss their dealings. The Immortal Flames believe that the meeting will present an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture the Amalja responsible for the abductions, and so they mean to have Ungust attend as planned. As the Amalja are anticipated to offer fierce resistance, the Immortal Flames have requested our support. I would have you provide it to them, Petra. Thancred is presently attending to another matter, but will join you as soon as he is able. Until such time as he does, you will be the Scion's sole representative on the ground. Before he left, he bade me tell you to save some for him. Such is his confidence in you, a confidence I share. When you have made ready, pray take yourself to Camp Drybone and report to the Flame Sergeant leading the mission. May you walk in the light of the crystal. Right, but do I have to go to him to do that? I mean, I don't have... I don't have anything equipped at the moment that takes materia, but I could equip these. Guess I'll just... The left bar... Oh, yeah, I see. Oh, wait. Aren't those bars full? Or, no, they just don't have a bar at all. That's a condition bar. The green bar is the... Okay. Got it. Wait, no, other way around. Green is condition. So the... 0%. Oh, okay. I got it. I got it. I was confused because these also have blue bars. The condition bar starts green, and when it's full, it's blue. And the spirit bond starts blue, and when it gets to the top, it turns white. So I was looking at these, and I saw a full blue bar, and I was looking at these and seeing an almost full blue bar, and I thought those were the same thing. So I was like, wait, then what's the green bar? It just so happened that they're about the same height. I mean, you can also just look at the numbers, but I was trying to discern the bars, and I was confused because they're both blue. So these are at 100%, but I can't, they don't have slots, so I don't think I can do anything with them. Okay, oh, well, how do I do that then? It has to be from here. Should be in that list. Well, it's not. Okay, so that was just showing us materia exists, but we haven't actually learned to do it yet. Alright, we gotta go to Eastern. In God's name. Looks like a monster rancher monster. Sarah. Can you repair my stuff? Thanks. I do really like that there's some kind of like experience system with equipment. I've always liked that in games like this, so you're not literally just equipping the thing with the highest number all the time. Sometimes there's a reason to equip other stuff. That's good for... I mean, I know this game doesn't really have, like we were talking before, it's not really as much about the loot. It's not like a looter-shooter style system, but it's still nice to have, like, the equipment have something extra than just the numbers. So you're not just literally hitting the equip best stuff button all the time. Ah, you're Petra Snakeboat of the Scions. My thanks for coming, friend. We're stronger for your assistance. Allow me to brief you on our mission. Our objective is to capture Amalja and prize from them the whereabouts of the abductees. Feel bad for that guy that can't lift that crate. The lizardmen aren't aware that their man, Ungust, has been exposed. When they come to the rendezvous point to meet the traitor, we'll spring the trap. Owing to the clandestine nature of the mission, we can deploy only a small contingent. Every member must count, and so we requested the aid of the Scions. The rendezvous will take place at the Invisible City. Please make your way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn much and more of the Amalja plot. If the mission succeeds, Petra, let's make sure it does. He'll lift that crate eventually. What the? This is how Petra Snakeboat goes up ramps. Petra Snakeboat doesn't follow the rules. Vandalous Imp. Yeah, I can see what you guys were saying about the auto attack. I kind of forgot I even had one. Point, and I don't even have that many abilities yet. I've already kind of forgotten I have an auto attack. Zombies? How's it going, OMG? That's cool that the monk is like auto attack based. That'd be cool to check out. Streams crashed twice. It's one of those. I think Windows gave us the Windows special. The Windows Classic. $24. What level am I now? Oh, right at the bottom, 27. So yeah, even though I'm going like directly for the next mission, I'm still like over leveled all the time. Just kind of goes to show you how fast the XP is now. Is the bait in place? Our man is in position, sir. Good, we make our move as soon as the Amalaja appear. Yes, sir. And before we get jumped. Hooah! What is the meaning of this? Wait, something's amiss. Yep. Hee hee hee. Ah ha 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 ha. I'm afraid your little ambush ends here. I eluded the Immortal Flame's clutches for moons before finally being caught. Did you not wonder how I managed it? What is that face? 'Twas almost as if someone was feeding him information from the inside. Gwa ha 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 ha. Aye, your every movement was known to me ahead of time. Hee hee hee. Now, as much as I'd love to chat a while, I have appointments to keep. They're all yours. If only I could take out a small army by myself. Oh no, wait, I can't. Holy moly, things are happening. I might need to take out these guys first. My buddy Pugilist is about to die. I saved him. No, you don't. Get stunned. Wait, I'm coming. Don't die. Holy moly. This is definitely the craziest fight we've done so far. Oh, dang. because I'm limited, I can't use my AoE attack, which would be so nice here. That's not what happened, but okay. Put up your weapon or your comrade's a dead man. Behind you! Bring her. The rest of you, march! Traitorous scum. Alright, we're finally back. I think we finally figured out the issue. Seems that when I updated my GPU drivers, it screwed up the chipset of my GPU. We're not 100% sure, but we're guessing that was the problem. Sucks, but whatever. We have 20 minutes left. I want to play for those 20 minutes to see if there's any issues, because I can't test this for next week because I'm not going to play the game without you guys. So, you know, I want to make sure now that it's working. And we can't go overtime today because my kids and wife and me have a tradition of putting up the Christmas tree after Thanksgiving, and I'm not missing that. So we're just going to go for the next 20 minutes and see if there's any issues. Hopefully there isn't, and then hopefully that means there won't be any issues next week. I fear the Amalja men to give us to their gods as an offering. If I must die, then let me die a soldier's death with steel in hand. Oh, also, before all that happened, someone was saying that the audio was too loud. Is that true? No one was saying anything about the audio being too loud, and then suddenly everyone was saying, yes, I can barely hear death. Should I lower the audio? The battle effects are loud. Maybe I'll just change them in here then. Like sound effects or something. You just turn them down or something. See how that is. The menu effects seem loud. Like these. We'll see how it looks here. Lord of the Inferno, hearken to our plea. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from our misery. Oh, mighty free Lord of the Inferno, your humble servants beseech you, grace us with your divine presence. Yeah, this seems really loud. I'm just gonna turn everything down a little bit. Almighty Ifrit, we bring you before you ignorant savages who blah blah blah. If it pleases you, Lord, scorch their heathen souls with your cleansing flame and mark them as your own. Bloody hells. Bring those two as well. Ugh. What's going on? This ain't what we agreed. None but servants of Lord Ifrit may behold the rite of summoning. The souls of unbelievers are forfeit. No, spare me, I beg you. It's almost like you guys served the wrong side. Pitiful children of man, by my breath I claim you. I have the hiccups. Arise once more as my loyal minions, feed my flames with your faith, and all who stand against us shall burn. Interesting looking Ifrit. I like his horns. Oh, mighty Ifrit. My one true God. Your words are my bread. Impossible. By what sorcery do you resist my master's will? Well, for one thing, you didn't tie me up. Could it be? Your soul already belongs to another? Yes, that is the only explanation. Forsooth, thy frail mortal frame can serve as vessel to the blessing of but one. Yet I smell not the taint of another upon thee. The truth of thine allegiance waxeth clear, thou art of the godless blessed number. The paragons warned of thine abhorrent kind, thine existence is not to be suffered. Oh, no crash so far. Yeah, geez, those cutscenes get really loud out of nowhere. You see how loud this is. Yeah, I'm gonna turn it down a little more. That's so weird. I feel like I checked the audio levels before and they seemed fine. It's like the whole game just got louder. But I guess it's just because the battles are more epic. Is it still too loud? How does that sound? Yeah, that's the problem too, is like outside of combat it's so quiet. Yeah, I feel like it's more of the game's fault. I mean, I'm okay with the battles being a bit loud. It makes them more epic. If it's gonna mean the rest of the game is like silent, I'd rather it not be that way. Maybe I'll turn it up just a little bit. I'm barely paying attention to this fight. I hope I win. I mean, my Marauder can't take damage, so I guess we just win by default. Pretty epic song. That doesn't seem good. Oh. Oh, you doing a thing? We're dead. What? Do we actually die? For what reason? Yeah, okay. I'm paying attention this time. Ow. Wait, he can actually be stunned? Shocked. I really like that it just let us try again right away. I feel like hopefully later bosses, which from what I've heard it's true, are like super difficult because the game itself isn't very punishing. That gives them the ability to make the bosses harder if you can just retry them right away without it being frustrating. Took too long. Okay, I see. Yeah, it's really cool. I like that there's a mechanic here that can wipe you, but you just try again. That's the kind of thing I like to see. You know, why teach us all this, like, cool mechanic stuff if every fight's just gonna be attack it and win? I like that they're throwing us a curveball here. But then also not, like, making us have to get our party back together and watch the cutscene again and, you know. Like, this is perfect. Yeah, I like that a lot. This is the type of thing where, like, some people might prefer NES hard style of if you fail, you fail, but in modern days and games like this where you're getting a party together and playing online and there's a lot more nuance to the fights and stuff, it's so nice to have it just reset you, but then that gives the creators the ability to do stuff like wiping you with one hit. Because it's not frustrating to do so, because you just learn and try again. I don't know what it is, but I feel like we did so much more damage to Ifrit there before he summoned the nail. And I really like how I had to figure this out too. They didn't, like, you know, pop-up didn't come up to say, make sure you kill the nail! Which is surprising because this is a modern Square Enix game. So I'm kind of shocked that it didn't say that. Also, we still somehow didn't take it out in time. Oh yeah, we did. Get on the Hydra's back. Like, I wouldn't even be that upset if it did, but I'm pretty happy that it didn't. They trust their fan base to be smart enough to learn from what they taught them. This bodes well for future fights, given this is only the first big boss, apparently. Yeah, that's awesome. That's exactly what I want to see, because part of the MMO formula should be figuring out the fights. You know? Like, that's kind of the whole idea. Otherwise, you're just doing the same thing as you always do in every fight. Figuring out the fights should be a big part of the game. So I'm really glad that they didn't do what they always do and just tell you how to fight. Because that's what modern Square would normally do. Like, not a single soul would be surprised if a pop-up came up that said, make sure you kill the Infernal Nail or Ifrit's gonna use his big move. And we got number 2. And my character's still confused. Pray forgive my lateness. Yeah, I'm upset. I was delayed by a congregation of Amalja zealots. I swear each seemed more evangelical than the last. Persistent lot. Okay, Thancred, just be cool like that. Phew! I see the Bloodsworn wasted no time extracting the captives, no less than I'd expect from the Flame General's hand-picked men. As for those two, it is fair to say their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology, Petra. Had I known this mission would prove so dangerous, I would never have left you to face it alone. You have been given a veritable baptism of fire. I mean, yeah, we kind of did. But let us continue this conversation in more agreeable surrounds. Camp Drybone, shall we say? This way, sir. So that was the mighty Ifrit. And what a disappointment he was. The readings are nowhere near what I had anticipated, even taking Noldan interference into account. You should know better than to rely upon 5-year-old data left by the 7th Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland, given the troubles at court. We have only ourselves to rely upon. Ever the pessimist, my dear Livia. Promise me you'll never change. I really like this guy's face. Like, it's very, like, foreboding. There's something about his face. He looks different than the rest of the characters we've seen. And it's like, I don't know, like spooky. Like, he has like a Frankenstein-looking face. Like with the gem in his head, like he looks villainous. I like it. We've wasted enough time here. That meter of yours is too old to give any reading worth a dang. What is it, a scanner? You gonna use power level? Not that there was aught worth a dang for it to read, but I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we've achieved our primary objective. Yet I find that I am troubled by the adventurer's unexpected show of strength. Could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans? Perhaps, but that is a consideration for another time. You have been given a task. That is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do so as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you. With allies like that, beware a woman in love. I shall need to be on my best behavior. So how'd you know how powerful I am if it wasn't that powerful when I beat him? Unless your scanner said my power level is over 9,000 or something. Did I get a chest? By the way, these guys help too. Thanks, guys. You don't get to be in the cutscene. You're not important enough. Oh, they gave me a little, like, taunt. That's cool. They did a little victory dance. All right, we'll stop here because I want to read this story starting next time. But yeah, hopefully it looks like we fixed stuff. Because we just watched several cutscenes and nothing happened. So hopefully that fixed things. Unfortunately, I can't like test it, like I said, because I don't want to play the game without you guys. So I can't really like test it throughout the week. So hopefully we'll just, I'll test other games throughout the week, and hopefully if I have no issues, we don't have any issues with this either. But it seems like it was just a computer issue. It was not a Final Fantasy XIV issue. It was a computer issue, and hopefully it's fixed now. But yeah, anyways, overall, awesome day today. We got to fight the first big boss, and it was really epic and cool, and I liked the big fight beforehand, and I kind of liked the mini story with trying to figure out who was causing the issues at the town, the encampment. And yeah, overall, still very impressed with everything, still enjoying everything. I think I'm really starting to enjoy Pugilist now. I'm glad I stuck with it. And lots of new faces here as well today. Thank you very much for being here, everyone. Really, really appreciate it. I think that's pretty much it. I'm trying to remember if there was anything else, but I don't think so. I think we just jump back in next week. So, gotta say goodbye to YouTube. YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Let's play Final Fantasy XIV. Hope you enjoyed. I continue to enjoy the comments and conversations you guys are having about the game and about its current state and whatnot. I don't think there was anything else. I hope that people continue to lay off of the ARR sucks, play the DLCs mentality. I've been seeing more of that still, and it's really a shame. I hate to see that. Yeah, don't say that. I think all it does is hurt the community. It makes people not want to play. I understand that the DLC is better. I understand that the story is better and everything else, but I've seen so many people tell me, oh, you're only playing Realm Reborn? That sucks. And like, don't say that. You're making people not want to play the game. You're making people, you're pushing people away from the game. As I mentioned before, I am very much going to play the DLCs. The only reason we're only doing Realm Reborn for Fantathon is because it'll make it about the same size of the Let's Play, episode-wise, and also because that was the original 2.0 release. So it makes sense to do it for Fantathon. But yes, everyone knows that the game gets better in the DLC. I will be playing the DLC past Fantathon and playing with community members past Fantathon. So I don't need to hear in every single video, wow, you're only playing ARR? That sucks. It sucks. You're not even playing the real game, etc., etc. All you're doing is pushing people away from the game. And I heard that so much before I started playing the game. When I told people we're going to be playing 14 for Fantathon, I got so many DMs from people saying, like, just skip Realm Reborn. Like, just don't even play it. And that just makes me feel like it's pushing people away. Like, it made me not want to play, because if the main game sucks and it doesn't get good until hour 100, or until you skip the whole beginning of the story, then like that's not a good game in my eyes. Like regardless of how good the DLC is, it's just like not a good game in my eyes if the base game is so bad and it only gets good later. Like that's not giving the game enough credit. That's making the game seem like it's bad. And from my experience, Realm Reborn is not bad at all. Maybe the DLC is so good that it makes Realm Reborn seem bad, but it's definitely not bad, and you shouldn't undersell it, You should tell people, be excited for the DLC. Don't tell people Realm Reborn sucks. Tell people, like, oh, the DLC is even better. Like, Realm Reborn is great, but man, wait till you get to that DLC. Like, that'll get people excited. Just, like, constantly putting Realm Reborn down, I think is just not good. Like, if you're trying to get people to play 14, if you're trying to boost the community and stuff, then that's not That's not how you should talk about it. So that's my only thing. But I'm sure we'll continue to get comments like that. I'm sure we'll continue to get people that say that. And that's fine. That's just the way it is. But I hope that, if anything, I can get that message out to people, because that's what I heard so much before playing the game, and now as I'm playing it, I'm just getting constant DMs about that, and I just think it's a shame. Like, don't do that. Don't DM people and tell them that the first giant section of the game sucks, because it's just going to make them not want to play it. And I would imagine you want people to play the DLC and enjoy it and be able to talk to them about it. And so if you want them to get to the DLC, hype up the regular game too. But anyways, yeah, that's it. We'll see you in the next episodes of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV and Final Fantathon. We'll see you there. Peace.